in her style. She knows all the great fashion trending in town. When it comes to talent, that's not all. She's very wise and intelligent, knows what she wants, so subscribe.
Hello, happy Eid, you guys. Happy Eid Mubarak to all my Muslim brothers and sisters all over the world. God is going to accept all your fasting and all your heart of ibadah, inshallah. So you are welcome to my channel. I quickly want to, make this video. It's not the kind of regular video I will normally make, but because when I read the first two paragraphs and also the comment that is on this video, it made me decided that I need to make this video. A lot of people were saying that, oh, this is dissertation. I'm not interested in reading. I don't want to read it. A lot of them were saying, oh, a piece too. The way Nigerian jokes about stuff, and I always go back to this thing that it always ring bells in my head that, oh, if you want to hide something away from Black people, put it in a book. It's very easy for them to, see the video. It's okay. When you see video, you understand, you will be able to know through the depiction of images and stuff. But sometimes, you need to read. There are so many things that will do you a lot of good if you can read it, but I'm not going to fault you for that. That's not your forte. You don't like reading. It's fine. I don't like reading that much as well. I like to listen to books. I like audiobooks mostly, but my daughter, she likes reading. At the same time, I think I used to like reading at some point, but still, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to read articles, do research and stuff. Anyway, I think I'm going too off on this. I put this on the screen and I'm going to, put all the thing on the screen, but I will explain the story to you because I know a lot of people will not really have the time to read, but it's a good read if you really want to know what it is. I know you might have seen someone or something even worse than this has happened to someone beside you. If this is your first time, you are welcome to my channel. If you have been watching but you're still contemplating, should you subscribe or not? What are you waiting for? Please click the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload a video. So I'm going to make it big for you guys. This is the police officer that posted this story. That's the police officer, Haligiwa. And what I read in the beginning, literally talking about some friends are enemy, first two paragraphs, I got so glued to it and I read the whole thing. And what this man is saying, that there was a story that went viral on social media a while back. And in that story, it was reported that police officer arrested one Mr. Hay for no reason, and they extorted 300,000 of this money. So as this man is a PRO or so to police, so he read the story, he decided to send a private message to the blog, which posted the story, and for the contact of the person that gave them the story. So good enough, the blog, they responded to him and they gave him the contact. So he contacted the person that sent this story, and he was speaking to the guy. As he was speaking to the guy, saying that, oh, he saw his message about the police, he's ready to help. And the man started explaining that 2 days ago, his friend was beaten mercilessly because he refused to comply with the police. So they took him to the station, and when he got to the station, there was a petition against him. Like, this man is telling that PRO that there was a petition against his friend. The story wasn't his, it was his friend's story. So they asked him that who wrote that petition. You understand? Like, the police PRO is asking, who wrote the petition against your friend and what was his offense? And he said that, oh, the police refused to let them know what the petition is about and who wrote the petition. They only told them that he was involved in some sort of fraud, which is worth about $25,000. So as he was chatting with this guy, someone sent a direct message saying he is that Mr. Hay that him and his friend were talking about, that he's the guy that was arrested, that he learned that the police PRO is trying to get in touch. So immediately he switched to that person, the person involved in this situation, and started chatting to the person. So later he asked this Mr. Hay that how he asked Mr. Hay that, can you meet me up at the station? Ask everything. And Mr. Hay corrected him that, to start with, that it wasn't 300,000 naira that the police collected from him. They collected 100,000. And it's true, there was a petition filed against him, but it was old case, which he already settled while he was in the US. So they said that, he explained to the PRO police officer, that Mr. Ali, I believe, that it was his friend who helped him, which later became more like a fraud from his end in the USA. It's more or less like he was helping his friend out. I believe it was the same friend that the PRO of the police force got in contact with. And he said his account was blocked. So, and long story short, he asked Mr. Hay to meet him at the station that they took him to, so that they can trash things out. But Mr. Hay called back and said, I couldn't go. I couldn't make it. Obviously, he was scared of Nigerian police. So he said he's going to come the following day, not the next day that the PRO asked him. So, but the PRO went to that station and asked them in that department that who arrested Mr. Hay. But unfortunately, they said, oh, nobody, literally deny it. So he eventually asked for the OC in charge. So he went to the OC, they exchanged greetings, and he asked. And when Oga called all of them, who took 300,000? He is still insisting on that 300,000. Who took it from Mr. Hay? And all of them, they said the IPO, they called the IPO. The IPO, the Mr. Hay mentioned to that PRO. The IPO, all of them, they denied. So they denied. They said, no, nobody arrested anybody like that, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, the following day, this Mr. A summoned up courage and called the officer. I'm summarizing, you can pause and read it, and call him that, oh, he wants to come and meet him. On getting to, as soon as the PRO see Mr. Hay, excuse me, his face was swollen. He was beaten to stupor. And he said that, what happened to your face? He said, oh, it was those officers that arrested him before that took money, that he lied that they took 300K. They just ruffled him up. And when he went, the man said, okay, let's go and see the Oga at that place. By the time he decided to, summon up courage, and he went because he was scared that the police are going to change the story. So when he went there, the face was swollen and stuff. So when the Oga saw him, how are you? What happened to your face? Who did this to you? So then he called the IPO. Then they couldn't deny it because the guy was there. They saw him. So he was able to tell them that they were the one. So then he said that he gave them, they said, oh, he gave us 100K. It's not 300K. By the time they started explaining the whole story, that is when Oga got to know, and this American returnee got to know that it is the same friend that gave the story to the blog, that actually planned with the police. He was the one that planned with the police that they should arrest his friend. In fact, he's communicating with them. We are at this also hotel right now. He's going to this place right now. This is the hotel he's lodging at. This is, can you imagine? The person who wrote the petition against him, he was the one that is going back and forth. By the time they mentioned the name of the petitioner, Mr. A screamed that that's his friend that posted the story. Then the IP opened up. Plenty things really wouldn't be able to say it on air. So which means this friend has done so much. They even call a solicitor. He said the solicitor was asking for 1 million. Obviously, it was the friend that might have called the solicitor for him. So eventually, they arrested the policeman. They arrested the friend. And then, like It's when they call lawyer, when the police arrested him about the petition, the lawyer said he will collect so amount. Eventually, the guy thought, I don't have 1 million naira. So he called his family. Someone that is like a solicitor in his family now negotiated for him. That's how he was able to beat it down to 100,000. So they said they detained the policemen for 3 weeks. They faced disciplinary committee and they were deported. Then Mr. Hayes' friend was now arrested and charged to court for false information. So parents of Mr. Hayes' friend want to settle the matter out of court. But the police said they've done their job and there is no way they can, like, it's out of their hand. He has the case with the police. So now, why I'm sharing this story with you guys is that a lot of times you see Nigerians shouting, oh, government this, government that. Is it the government that pushed this evil friend to do this to his own friend? Is it the government that made him arrange with useless police to do this to his own friend? We talk about brutalization, how police are brutalizing citizens. Is it not the citizen that is encouraging it, whereby a citizen is colliding with police people to do this? It's really heartbreaking. I just want to share this story with you. You can learn from it. You know, sometimes blogs will post something, you will think, oh, it's too much to read. And I'm doing this story simply because of a lot of comment I saw on Linda Ikeji's blog about this story, like, oh, it's too long, I can't read it. But it might save you. Be careful of friends. If you live in diaspora, especially people that live in the diaspora, or you live outside of town, a friend that you've not seen for 6 months, you don't know what this friend has turned to, especially the rate everyone is trying to make it in this era of social media, so as to booga on social media. Be careful. God is going to keep watching over you. Please let me know if you like this kind of video so that we can be learning from it. Share it with your loved ones. On your way out, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like it, and please click that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And I will see you in my next video. Have a lovely Eid, you guys. Bye.
Subscribe and get that gist with the one and only Debbie Fashtyle. Yeah, yeah.